Welcome to Embracing Life Again. I'm Catherine Coffer, transition expert and minister. Together, we'll break through life's toughest barriers, rediscover joy, and start dreaming again. It's time to embrace life fully with purpose, passion, and hope. Hello, welcome to Embracing Life Again. I'm Catherine Coffer, your host, and this show is all about inspiration through your life's transitions, and I help you get unstuck from your trauma or loss into embracing life again and being able to have joy and dream again. So make sure you stay for the adventures of Zebby and Theo at the last 10 minutes of the show. And if you're interested in getting in touch with me, please, it's info@Embracing Life Again, and willing to answer any questions or any specific needs that you might have. So today I'm so excited. Today is about suicide prevention. I know the subject isn't great, but it's very, very important. And I have my friend here, Emma White, who is an expert in this. So I wanted to welcome her and then give you a whole bunch of information about her and how she can help us today. So welcome, Emma.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, I'm so excited to have you. So Emma White wears many hats, including she's an author, professional speaker, podcast host, and founder and president of Life is Worth It organization. And that is where I met her at one of her charity events. Mm-hmm. And also, my daughter's on your board.
Yes.
So Emma is proud to be selected as USA Today's Woman of the Year for 2024. She's a young professional network. She's only 29 years old, and she has done so much stuff. And you're hearing Theo squeak in the background. Do you want to show yourself, sir? Sorry about that. Anyway, so she, in the daytime, so she does youth suicide prevention coordinator for Nevada Department of Education and the project aware manager for office suicide prevention. So I thought she'd be such a great guest for you to help us know the signs for our kids and or for yourself. So Emma, so I introduced you, but I wanted to know who you are and basically who you help. I know you help a lot of people, but I just I wanted to kind of know your story as to how did you come about this, because it's not something, just like grief is not something everyone likes to talk about. Mm-hmm. And suicide also tends to be very what would I call ignored, mm-hmm. right, with regards to people wanting to educate themselves about it because it's kind of taboo. Yeah, I guess. But it's becoming more and more, people are becoming more and more aware. Right. But I didn't even know the signs. Mm-hmm. You know that my daughter, who's my youngest daughter, she was suicidal, and I didn't know it when she was, how old was she? She's 17. And I knew she had been bullied and things have happened to her, but I didn't know the signs. I didn't know what to look for, and she hid it really, really well. And it wasn't till her sister came to me and said, "Mom, Megan she needs help. Mm-hmm. You need to get her help." And so then I talked to her, and she's like, "No, I want to go away. You need to send me." So I found a place, and she was away for a year, just doing therapy and living in Idaho with an organization that helped her with her suicide and her anorexia. Mm. So, and then she came back, and then she learned all these tools to be able to deal with it. So anyway, so I know that's why she's part of your board. Yeah. So
Yeah, well, we have similar stories in some way, and I'm really fortunate to have met your daughter and to have her on my board, which is really amazing. And yeah, we've bonded over similar experiences. I really got into this work not expecting to ever get into this work. It wasn't something that like
Right.
I wanted to do. I wanted to be a fashion designer.
So did she. That's
yeah,
so funny.
Yeah, so we bonded over
You
that.
really have a lot in common.
We
Yeah.
do, yeah. But yeah, my journey started when I was 15 years old, and I started getting bullied at school and harassed on social media and stalked by several classmates. And you know, at 15 years
wow.
old, like you just don't know how to deal with that. And because, as you mentioned, it's something we don't really talk about. Just emotions in general, we don't talk about in society as much. And so when I started experiencing it, I just felt so ashamed. And I really didn't know that I was experiencing depression and anxiety because we didn't learn about it in school.
Oh.
So I didn't have the words for how I was feeling, which made me feel even more alone. Like, what is wrong with me? What's going on? And I was really terrified of disappointing my parents because I just wanted to be so perfect and, you know, be like the best child that I could be. So
you have the perfect thing too going on. Okay.
Recovering perfectionist.
Yes. Yes.
And so yeah, when I started experiencing the bullying and all of that, it just felt very much like I had to try to figure it out on my own and felt like I had to deal with it, you know, by myself. So ultimately, after dealing with that for 4 months, depression came in, anxiety, panic attacks, all those things came in. And yeah, actually this month will be 14 years. December 23rd is my 14th, what I like to call rebirth day. The number 23 is a big number in my life because my birthday is actually on January 23rd, and it's just been kind of an angel number for me. But yeah, December 23rd, 2010, the pain became so unbearable that I just didn't think that I could deal with it anymore. And I had classmates telling me that I should kill myself and that nobody wanted me here. So you start to believe those things after a while.
Why would they say that?
Well, I think that teenagers are just impressionable and they say things that they don't mean or jump on a bandwagon, right? So yeah, so it led me to suicide, and thankfully my mom intervened. And they also had no idea. I mean, they had noticed some signs, like I had lost 20 pounds in a month.
Oh my goodness, you're tiny already.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they had noticed that, and they had noticed that I was really withdrawing and didn't really care about anything anymore and wasn't eating. But, you know, my parents, they didn't learn about suicide prevention ever. I mean, they never talked about mental health growing up. It just wasn't something we talked about.
Right.
So yeah, I'm really fortunate that she unknowingly intervened, and they got me help pretty quickly after the holidays. And so it's just been a journey since then. So that's really how I got into the work. I didn't really think I was ever going to publicly share my story, but I just felt this need to.
Oh.
And I'm really thankful that I did, because I don't want to be doing anything else. So that's kind of a little bit of my story and how I'm here today.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So you work for the government too.
I do.
So wow.
Anything I can be doing in suicide prevention, I'm basically doing. So.
Wow, that's really good. That's really good. So I know the holidays are a big time for people to get extra lonely and feel not worth it.
Yeah.
Right? And that life isn't worth it. So just let's not do this anymore. So you also said April was a very big month for feeling that way.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's really interesting. So what are, in your opinion, the 3 things that as a mom I could have seen? So Megan has already had anorexia issues, right? So her being tiny was not something different, right? So you already said losing weight and stuff like that. But is there 3 things that a parent can look for just to make sure that their child is not so depressed that they want to take their life?
Yeah, I mean, it's super complex. There's a lot that you would want to pay attention to. And I wish that there were, like, you know, I wish that there was one cause for suicide. It'd just make it so much easier to identify it. But really, suicide's about pain. So pain comes in so many different forms. It could be physical, mental, emotional, social. I mean, for adults, financial pain. I mean, gosh, that's going on.
Oh,
So many people are struggling
financial
with that.
is really big right now.
Yeah. So it's really in the form of pain and people wanting to end pain, but things that you want to look for, really any change in behavior or mood for that person. And, you know, we know the people in our lives best. So if you notice that something seems different, it probably for a reason. So it could be, like I said, that dramatic weight loss, but it could also be gaining weight. Maybe they're eating a lot or sleeping.
Self-soothing.
Yeah, self-soothing. Sleeping too much, sleeping too little. Withdrawing, I think, is a really big one, especially for our youth.
How about grades?
Yeah, grades could definitely be a thing. Not wanting to go to school. I mean, let's be honest, like most kids don't want to go to school anyways. So that can be a little bit of a challenge. And also, you know, moodiness is just a part of being a teenager. So, but we want to just pay attention to what has changed. Also, for youth, if they're talking about dying or even joking about dying, and sometimes they will, it's part of human language, that hyperbole, where death is just a part of kind of our phrases. We've heard like killed two birds with one stone, or you know, just different phrases that we hear. But sometimes we hear kids say things like, you know, I'd rather be dead than do my homework, or, you know, kind of like joking around about it. We definitely want to pay attention to that, because sometimes people use humor as a way to dip their toe in the water to see if you are paying attention. So I think those, and then obviously if you are aware of substance misuse or toxic relationships or mental health challenge or a diagnosis, those are things that we want to pay attention to as well. So it's really complex. There's a lot that goes into it, but ultimately I just say trust your gut. If something seems off, it probably is. But I'm not a parent, but speaking from on behalf of my parents, they were just really scared to, you know, they identified some changes, but they're really scared to have that conversation. And we really want to have that conversation, even though it's really scary.
I understand that. But if they're so withdrawn, how would you encourage the parent to get them to open up? Right? Because I would think that would be one of the hardest things to do, is to get them to open up.
Yeah, it's really hard to just come out and say that you're having thoughts of suicide. I mean, I've been there, so it's really hard to say that. I would encourage parents to start having the conversation about mental health way before anything ever happens. So even at a young age, just be talking about emotions, checking in, asking questions that, you know, we ask questions to kids and we say, how was your day? Fine.
Well, you want more than fine.
Right, you want more than fine. So you want to ask maybe questions that are a little bit more open-ended, like what was the best part of your day, or what was the worst part of your day? Is there something that you're looking forward to or you're stressed out about? Starting those conversations early, I think, is really important, and letting them know that it's okay to show their emotions. Even sharing your own personal stories and being vulnerable with kids can really help. I mean, my mom shared with me after they found out everything that she had been bullied in high school.
Oh, wow.
And I think that if I had known that, I would have gone to her sooner, because I would have known, hey, like, this is something that other people have been through. So it's hard because teens don't always want to talk. But I think if you lay that kind of groundwork first when they're younger and say it's okay if something is going on, please come and talk to me. But ultimately, someone who's having thoughts of suicide, they're actually waiting for you to ask.
Really?
Yeah. So on average, someone who's having thoughts of suicide, they're really trying to share those, what we call invitations. So withdrawing or maybe not eating, what we call invitations for help. They might try to share that with, on average, about 3 people, hoping, that someone will pick up on it. So they're actually waiting for someone to ask. So really, it can be hard, but I like to just ask it in a really honest, caring way and say, hey, I've noticed that things have changed for you. You're not, you're sleeping too much, or you're not hanging out with your friends, and I'm just really worried about you. I just want to know if suicide is something that's, on your mind.
Would you actually say suicide?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's different ways that you could ask it depending on the age of, of your child. So teenagers, absolutely, they know the word suicide. Maybe for our younger kids, we might say something like, do you wish that you would go to sleep and not wake up?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, or saying, do you want to end your life? Just something that's very open.
The only thing I'm thinking about, do you want in your you don't want to put something in their mind,
Right.
either.
Yeah.
At least that's my thought. And so, okay, so with a younger kid, how would you?
Yeah, there's different ways.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we are seeing suicide for younger kids. So in the state of Nevada, the youngest we lost was 8 years old.
Oh my.
Yeah, and nationally, the youngest we lost was 5 years old. So it's really important that we have the conversation, because they might not know the word suicide, but they certainly know life or death, and they do know pain. And kids make really irrational decisions sometimes, and that's some of the things we see with young suicide is they get in trouble at school and they're terrified to go home and share that they got in trouble, or something like that. And so they're really irrational in that moment, and they make a decision they probably wouldn't make 9 times out of 10. But the thing is about suicide is our kids are so much more advanced now because of social media.
Social media, everything they see on TV.
Yeah.
Death is kind of like commonplace.
It's in music, it's in everything.
Even their video games that they play, it's like
right. It's just there. Yeah. So I think ultimately with suicide, it's just don't be afraid to have that conversation. There is this thought process that if we ask about suicide, we're going to give them the idea or like plant this.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, our research actually tells us that we're not that powerful, and we think that we are. We really think that we are. Now, certainly, you could introduce the word suicide to a kid that didn't know it, so they might say, "Well, what is that? I don't know what that is." So I think there's a fine line in needing to decide what is appropriate with your kid. We don't really suggest talking about suicide with younger than like 3rd or 4th grade. But even then, it's going to depend because every student is different. So it's a really long-winded answer, so I was giving lots of information, but really it's don't be afraid to just talk about emotions in general. And our kids are learning about this at school now, so they're kind of waiting for us to talk about it as well at home because they're already learning about it at school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're in pain because I know of someone that cuts, right? And I know she's in pain, and then she's being very sexual. And she's only like 13, 14.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. So I wouldn't know if that is a sign that she needs help. I would think it is.
Absolutely can be. And so as we talk about some of those changes, like a lot of sexual behavior, especially at a young age, definitely a big warning sign that we want to pay attention to.
Why would that be? Because they want to feel connected, or they want to feel loved?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
It could be that for sure. It could be sometimes our youth get pulled into some of these behaviors because of somebody older who might be influencing them as well. So we want to pay attention to that. The cutting piece of it, absolutely a cry for help. People who cut or self-harm, they're trying to manage their emotions without crying. So they will cut because it releases some sort of pain. But we know as adults that cutting, it's not the same as crying or talking about our emotions, but absolutely a big sign for help for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But she doesn't want help, so that's the hard thing that parent is having, is not wanting help. And they've 5150'd her once.
Okay. Yeah.
And so anybody that doesn't know what that is, if someone is self-harm or you feel that they're self-harming, it's called 5150. You can call the police, right?
Yeah, it's a legal hold is what
it's a legal hold, and then they will have them evaluated, right? And for some reason this kid could talk her way out of anything, and they held her for a day, so she's not getting psych help. It's so sad.
Yeah, it's really hard because you have to want the help. I think with kids it's harder because they're not fully developed, so we can see that they need the help. Hopefully with the right supports and interventions, she'll see that she needs it, but it's so hard.
I know.
It's just the hardest thing.
Yeah, they're just afraid it's going to be too late, and it's like, just keep praying for them.
Yeah.
Keep praying over your kids. That's what I can say for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so for my audience, if there's anybody out there that is thinking that life isn't worth it and that it's just too hard. You have financial worries or just your relationships, or you're just feeling lonely. Is there any information you can give them, any steps you can give them to feel, to get out of that thought pattern?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'll say the biggest thing is it's hard to admit that you need help. I mean, I've been there. I've been there many times. And I'm someone that lives with depression, so I'm constantly having to check in with myself and like go to therapy or do different things. But that initial time is really hard to say that. So I just want to remind anybody that if you are struggling, you're not alone, because there are so many people that experience these same things as well. And the first thing is just taking that step forward. And getting help looks different for everybody. It might be therapy, it might be going to a hospital, it might be going to inpatient or getting on medication. Like there's so many different things that can help, but just admitting that you need help is half the battle, I think. Don't be afraid to reach out for help, and don't be afraid to tell somebody about it as well, because a lot of times we think that people won't care or that they won't help us. But I think we're in a different world now where people are talking about this and they do want to help. And if you don't have somebody that you think would respond the way that you want them to, you can always call the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You can text it as well. The number is 988. So we have 911 for medical, law enforcement, firefighting, but we have 988 for any sort of mental
I
health
didn't know
crisis.
that. That's awesome to know.
Yeah. So you can call it, you can text it, you can even chat with it online. It's a free service through the state of Nevada, through the federal government. The federal government passed it a few years ago.
Nice. So anywhere, any city,
anywhere, anytime, any day, they're 365, 24/7. What you'll get is a trained crisis counselor on the other line, and they'll walk you through and de-escalate any feelings you're feeling. And then they can also help you get connected to services, because let's face it, it can be really hard to find the right help sometimes. So they can help you get connected to support as well. So I would say don't be afraid to reach out, know what your supports are. And then also try as best you can to make the best decisions for your mind and your body. Sleep is really important when we're trying to overcome grief or loss, or just whatever it is that we're dealing with, pain. Sleep is really important to process that. Drink water, eat fruits and vegetables, which sounds so
sounds really
simple,
funny.
right?
Yeah.
It sounds so simple, but our bodies need that in order to make everything else work. So if we're not fueling ourselves right, then the therapy might not be as effective if we're not sleeping, right? So like just taking care of your body, I think, as well, as best you can. But I know it can be really hard when you're depressed and struggling.
Yeah. So we usually, when we're depressed and struggling, we're going after the junk food. We're going after the comfort food. And that's not necessarily what your body needs at that time.
Yeah, right.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, especially in alcohol too, I think, is a big one.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, try and stay away from that, because that's actually poisoning, and then anything that you are experiencing, it heightens it. Right? So it could make you madder, it could make you sadder, it could make you more suicidal, and then just convince you that, okay, I can't do this anymore.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. So I think just taking care of yourself, from the inside out but it's hard because a lot of us weren't taught how to do that.
Correct.
So we're teaching ourselves now as adults.
Right. Is there a place where you can learn to take care of yourself?
Yeah, so my organization, actually, the Life is Worth It organization, our entire mission is to teach people what we call total life wellness. So we teach you about the 8 dimensions of wellness, and then we add a 9th dimension, which is digital wellness. The CDC has 8 dimensions, but we've kind of unofficially adopted a 9th one, which is digital wellness. Hopefully they'll get on board at some point. Yeah. And we teach youth and people who work with youth or are around youth, but honestly anybody, about how you can be well in all of those dimensions. So financial wellness, social wellness, physical wellness, all the things. So we've got some workshops and programming and information on our website that you can look at, and it'll help you navigate that journey.
Oh, wow. That's really good. because I don't always believe what the CDC says.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to
I'm not
know.
always,
Yeah.
There's other information than just what the government puts out.
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah. And, the dimensions of wellness really are, it's a holistic approach. So I love that, because I think so often we think about, well, it's got to be mental health or it's got to be physical health, but we really need all of these layers.
We need to be equally rounded.
Yes, absolutely. Right? So that's what I love about it.
Yeah. That's really good. That's really good. Is there anything else from what you're seeing right now that you can make us aware of? Because I really, since COVID, I'm going to say, I have found more people feel alone. And with the political thing, feel more separated from people, right? Because everybody's like, divided. Yeah. The great divide. It's like, oh my gosh, it's silly. So, I mean, is there anything that you can think about that you can tell us that you feel is important at this time?
Yeah, I think as we focus a little bit, my focus is on youth, but like you said, I'll help anybody. I think it's really being aware of our habits and our patterns, especially on social media and that digital aspect. For our youth, for anybody who has kids or grandkids or kids in your life in general, it's no secret that they're addicted to whatever it is.
Their phone mostly.
Yeah. Phones, video games, computers, tablets. I mean, even the schools now have computer tablets and they do their homework on it and stuff like that. So, it's really hard to escape it. I don't know that we're ever really going to get rid of it. But I think knowing the tools to keep kids safe on social media can really help with the bullying. Cyberbullying is a really big issue.
I don't know how you undo the cyberbullying or even the bullying at school.
Yeah. It's a big issue. So I think equipping kids with the knowledge that they can talk to a trusted adult when they are being bullied, whether that's a parent or a school counselor or a teacher. We have in Nevada, we have a program called Safe Voice, which is an online platform that you can make anonymous tips. And the schools actually are required by law to investigate every single tip.
Do you think all schools have that around the country?
Oh, well, not across the country. In Nevada, we have it. Other states have their own version of it.
So it's not called Safe Voice?
In Nevada, it's called Safe Voice, but it might be called a different program.
Okay, so how would they look that up if they have it in their city?
Yeah, in your city, you would want to go to your state's Department of Education. So if you live in Texas, you would go to Texas Department of Education, and they'll have their resources on their main page. We're all required, every single Department of Education is required to put those resources.
Oh, that's good to know.
Or your kid's school. So you could go online to their school and find resources. And I'm sure they probably have very similar programs across the country. Oh. So you can make anonymous tips to it, and then the schools are required by law to follow up on it. So it really helps with the bullying thing. But I think knowing what your kids are doing online. I was just in a conference yesterday talking about digital threat assessments, and even I learned stuff I'd never learned.
What's a digital threat assessment?
It's programming that our schools do to kind of track the digital footprint of students. Oh. They can only do so much, but a lot of times kids are putting things on social media about cutting, about bullying, about suicide ideation, about eating disorders, and there's a whole dark side to social media and the internet that
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about it.
Yeah, that I'm not on. And so a lot of them go to social media sites to find companionship, but it's not the right support that they should be getting. So there are some guides out there if you're interested. The TikTok guide for parents will help you go through everything that there is on the platform and how to keep your kids safe. Same with Meta, with Instagram and Facebook. So I think we're seeing more kids being influenced by external kind of extortion type things. So we want them to know that if they get random messages, they should be blocking them and reporting them.
We get random messages.
Yes. So
hi, is this Catherine? Mm-hmm. No.
Yes.
I'm gonna block you.
Yeah, or asking for money or that kind of thing. So that's one of the biggest things I would say just on the youth perspective is just check in with them. There's some apps out there that you can actually monitor your kid's phone. So you can download, I forget the name of it. I'll have to find it for you and I'll get it for you. But it's, it's called Bark. I believe it's called Bark, which is funny because...
So you just put it on, you just
think
look
it's
for the app on
dogs.
your phone?
Yeah, go into the app store. I believe it's called Bark, which is, it sounds like
B-A-R-K.
it sounds like a pet app, but it's not. And you can actually go in, you can sync it to your kid's phone, and then you can put in your phone keywords and phrases. So anytime your kid is actually typing that word, it will alert you. So you could put suicide.
Death.
You could put death. You could put self-harm,
Die.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yep. And I've actually seen some parents utilize it in the sense that their kid was texting the 988 line and they didn't know that their kid was having thoughts of suicide and it popped up and they said, hey, we saw this pop up. What's going on? And child was saved because of that.
Oh
so
my goodness.
Really good to check in and see because kids are crafty these days and they're far advanced from what I was in middle school and high school. They know everything. So that's what I would say for youth. I think for adults, it's just taking it one day at a time. There's so much stress in the world, right?
Especially right now.
Yeah, so much. So just know that you're not alone and lean into those supports and your family and friends. And if you don't have those, just know that there are people out there that care, like myself, like you, like 988, and they're available to talk with you.
Wow. That's really good. So, I was going to ask, what can someone do right now to see some immediate improvement in this area? So, we already kind of talked about eating well, getting sleep. Is there anything else?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think it's taking care of yourself from the inside out. So a lot of people don't even go to the doctor just to get a physical checkup.
Yeah, because it could be a hormone imbalance. I mean, I know that's a real thing, especially women over 45 and you're going through perimenopause or menopause. I know that my estrogen was off, my progesterone was off.
Yeah.
And that does make a huge difference.
It does. In
the way you view things, your brain chemistry, everything. So that might be a good thing to, I have like a holistic doctor that I go to that specializes in hormones. So you may want to go to a hormone specialist.
Yep. Yeah, I think that it could be a chemical imbalance. Yeah. So there's so many things. If we have things going on like pituitary gland, is out of sync, it can make you depressed. So same with just checking in with our bodies, not getting enough nutrients or high salt or cholesterol, which is something that I deal with.
And it could be no salt.
It could be no, right?
You could not have enough salt, and that makes you exhausted.
Yeah.
There's so
check
much
in.
stuff.
Go to the doctor. Check in on it because sometimes the physical health issues can lead into mental health issues as well. So if we're not checking in on that, could definitely, if you're not feeling like you normally do or feeling like yourself, it could be something going on in your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once a year, get a physical.
Yes. Yes.
And it's free. If you have insurance, that is usually totally free for a physical every year.
Yeah, and there are a lot of clinics around the country as well that will do free services, and many nonprofits as well that will give free physicals.
How do you find free physicals?
It would depend on your state. So typically, if you went to your state health department, there would be resources on there.
Oh,
yeah. So if you just Google, it should help.
I know Google everything.
Yes. Yeah.
So you've given us so much to think about today, and it's been so wonderful to have you.
Thank you.
So what is the best way for my audience to find you, one, and if they want to get a hold of you, two? So a website, you don't need to give your phone number, but even an email.
Yeah.
Or how do we get a hold of you in case they do want more resources? And
Yeah, so you can find us. Our organization website is lifeisworthit.org. So on there, you'll find a lot of information. You'll find our email where you can contact us. We even have a little submission form box, so you could just write in the box, and it'll get to us. So we'll respond. You can also find me at emmawhite.org, and you'll find a lot of my work that I do, speaking, and my book, and my contact information.
Oh yes,
on there as
Tell
well.
us about your book, real quick.
I
forgot about your book.
Oh,
I'm
no,
so
no,
sorry.
There's too much going on over here.
Yeah, there's a
it's
lot
hard
going
to
on with
remember.
this girl. It's like, dang, she's done more in 29 years than most people.
Oh no, thank you. You're so kind. So yeah, I really got into this work by I just wanted to share my story, and I wanted to help one person, and I've always loved to write. So in 2019, I started writing my book. We released it in 2020, which was we were planning on releasing it anyways, and then the pandemic happened, so we're like, okay, what do we do? But it ended up being the best thing to publish it at that time.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Really great.
Yeah.
So it's called It's Not Okay, But It Will Be, and you can find it on the lifeisworthit.org website. And it's available for purchase. It's also on Amazon as well. So
nice. So
that's how you can contact us.
Okay, so it's your story and
self-help. So the first half is my
good.
story, and the second half is how do you help yourself get through challenging times.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to read that.
No.
I should have read it before I interviewed you.
Well, you're busy too. You're busy too.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you at 7 p.m. next Wednesday. And Emma is the season, it's season 1, but episode 12, so I will be starting my new season the next time.
Yay.
Yay. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful week.
Coming up next, Adventures with Theo and Zebby, right here on Embracing Life Again with Catherine Koffer.
He'll totally he'll totally nuzzle you, and then he'll want to sit on your lap. He's like a dog, right? So he'll do stuff like that. Come and sit down, Lovey.
You still can't believe it.
Come and sit down and just have him cuddle you.
Do I get to kidnap you?
You get to do whatever you want. There you go, dude.
Where are you going, dude? Yeah. He says, oh, she knows horses. I can take her for a walk.
You gonna do what you normally do or not? Not right now. He wants your leaves. But Zeb, you're supposed to be paying attention to her.
It's really not anything good to me.
Pay attention to her, sweetheart.
I got some apple in there. Should I cut up an apple for you? Yeah, it's a honey crisp. Oh, I used to get thumped by my dad when we were kids with the baby horses because you want to play with their noses.
Oh, yeah.
And he says it teaches them to stick their tongue out and teaches them to bite. And yet, as a kid, you can't keep your hand off their little noses. And so Dad would go, dunk, knock it off.
Your chickens are looking like, what the hell?
That's the biggest dog we've ever seen. Last week I was
Where you going,
babysitting
Zed?
my
Don't do me.
niece's French bulldog. And
Yeah.
so the dogs are saying, the chickens are saying the dog grew. What are you feeding that dog?
What is that?
They're standing in amazement. That's hilarious.
Yeah, see, we're not supposed to have chickens either.
Oh.
But I didn't know that until I had already done all this work and I announced to my neighbors that I'm getting my chickens tomorrow. And Jason across the street went, "We can't have chickens." And I went, "You gotta be kidding me."
But now you give it to him, so now you both have chickens.
There were several of the neighbors there and they all said, "Get your chickens, we won't." And then I asked all my immediate neighbors and they went,
As long as the rooster doesn't crow, right?
And I don't have a rooster.
Oh.
Yeah, one of them was, and I had to get rid of him. But yeah, no rooster. I don't want a rooster. you know.
Out of our 6, I had 2 that were roosters.
Yeah,
We had
and-
to get rid of them.
Yeah, it always, there's
And
always
you can
one
sit
or
over
two.
here too.
Oh,
Do you want me?
There's
Sit over
always
here?
one or
It's
2
like-
roosters.
It's like, I'm gonna see you guys again. I'll come clean out your stalls.
Where are you going?
You want an apple,
You're
right?
supposed to act like a gentleman. What you doing? Yeah, you give it some love.
Yes.
You give it some
You're so sweet.
That's so cute. I was thinking about calling him Peanut. He looks like a peanut. What are you backing up into, sir? You get yourself. No, you're not going to eat anything sweet.
Yeah, there's some paint chips down there.
You
don't
don't
want to
think
eat
you want
those.
those.
You don't want to
You
eat
don't
those.
want those.
This is what I'd like to taste. Mama, you such a good day. But the whiskers.
No whiskers. You would have to spoiled horse back here.
I'd love a little horse. Cat, those
I want
mini Highlands.
I want a mini Highland
Oh,
and
gosh,
I want a
they're
mini
cute.
donkey, so I have my mini farm.
Oh, mini. I love.
Yes, and we can do therapy
I
with
had-
all of them. Yeah.
I had a place up in the San Bernardino Mountains, and we just bought it, and we were setting it up. And my boyfriend he got one end of the house, and I was at the other end of the house. All of a sudden, we met in the living room, and we went, something's bad. And went outside, and there was this beautiful dapple gray stallion standing there. Well, he had been in a fight. He had his jowl wide open. He was just hanging out, full of maggots. Snot pouring out of his nose, rails in his chest, and I'm like, oh dear God.
Is that what you're doing
And-
over there?
He's like,
I
I don't
said-
like this story. It's very scary.
I said, and I told him, I said, oh, please stay here. Jumped in my car, ran down to the feed store, got a big bottle of penicillin G, and some sweet feed, and
No, no,
Uh,
no, no.
and at first, I didn't let him eat very much at all, but I gave him a big injection of Pen G and told him, please come back tomorrow. I was up there for like 2 weeks. He came back every day. After a couple of days, he let me start cleaning the wound. Within 24 hours, the nose started clearing up and the rails sounded better. That burro visited us for years. We named him Bob the Burro.
Bob the Burro.
And he was, and
Bob the
years
Burro, you made
later,
better.
He ended up with a broken ear.
Oh.
And and it's amazing what those wild burros would let you do.
Wow.
I stitched them.
You get it off to
Horse dirt. What a
You
pleasure.
like horse
What a
dirt?
pleasure.
That's good.
I love horse dirt. I grew up on horse dirt.
I don't have any more. I'm out, sir. I'm all out.
Yeah, the one and only time I have. It really, well, I got so drunk. I was 17. And I was and my dad was always
Oh, got it. My
and
dad
my,
was the same
my,
way.
my older brother, Dad sold his horse, so I knew Dad would. And this was real bad because I had my mother's car. My girlfriend drove it home. But
Yeah.
in the car, there's paraphernalia. Yeah. So anyway, next morning I get up to the kitchen sink, grab some water, and walk right past my dad. Didn't even see him. Grab that water, and I'm leaning against the counter, chug-a-lunging, and I hear this laughter. And I focus in. My dad's at the opposite end of the kitchen, and it's like, oh, I was too sick to even be scared.
Oh,
And so I finished the water and went over to the cupboard, started pulling on my boots and coat. What are you doing? I'm going to take care of the horses. He says, you're too sick. Your brother's already did it. Go back to bed. We'll talk about this later. You know you're in big trouble. Oh, off to bed I go. 3 days in bed. Sick.
Oh, you were really sick.
Probably, retrospect, I should have gone to the hospital for alcohol poisoning. The last thing I remember was chug-a-lugging from the bottle.
Oh my gosh.
And I had never drank before.
Oh.
So,
Did this to
yeah.
you.
No, she did it to herself.
To yourself.
And so I'm just bawling for 3 days that which one of my horses is Dad going to sell. And because I know that's what he's going to do. I just know it. There's just no way around it. And they came in and well, sweetheart, I don't know anything that we could do that was worse than what you did to yourself.
Oh, thank God.
We hope you learned your lesson.
I don't think you get anything from me.
And yep, that was the end of my drinking days.
Yeah.
I've been tipsy, but I've never been drunk. That is just no fun. Only took me once to learn that. You do those with your fingers, sweetheart. Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this?
Since he was 3. He was the youngest and the highest ranking miniature registered horse they had ever had. So,
Jenny, you want to give him that
here.
apple?
Zebby. I call him Zebby, and people think I'm saying Debbie sometimes. That's why I say his full name.
Isn't this cool to have a horse?
He's 10.
Oh, it's
Yes, my horse. I came to visit.
Oh, you're the guy?
I'm the guy.
very special.
My mom didn't tell me. Yeah, she did.
They're always trying to capture your faces at being surprised, and I forgot to turn the camera on.
Hey, go back.
Here, let's pretend like we didn't see
Yeah, let's get this all over.
That was so funny. Chickens, chickens, and then the little boy was horse.
Oh, you haven't been here? They haven't seen your chickens before?
Yeah.
Oh,
one
okay.
time. That's what I said.
So, are you a present today, darling?
Yeah!
Are you? Very good. That's a good one.
Sounds like
No,
it's
it's
been
great
your place
wrapping
too.
paper.
The wrapping paper?
Rich made it to your house too.
That's wrapping paper.
You guys want a
Been a rough
still
week.
picture next to the poem?
Yes, you guys want to get a picture? Yay! I love you. I want to take it. I'll put it on his back. You gotta turn this way, okay?
I'm trying to get out of the way.
Harry, come here. What's Harry my back?
Do you want to use the chairs to help sit them?
No! Whoa! He move. Yeah, you can't move too fast with him, okay?
Stay still.
Hopefully you'll have something.
Everybody
No.
look at the
You guys want to say cheese?
Quick.
Cheese!
It's transitional.
Harrison, you gotta look at the camera. There's horseshoe print.
He gave him his butt.
No! There's horseshoe print.
Yeah, there is.
You told him to treat it like a dog, Kathy.
Oh, they're so cute. He's 10. He's 10 years old.
He's older than all of you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like
He would if you're too fast with him.
Yeah.
You don't go up to him really quick. You'll scare him because he'll get scared.
Yeah, you don't want to scare you.
Chickens.
They went inside their house.
It's a little chilly.
He already had his apple.
yeah, that's kind of a big apple.
He is really calm. Mommy,
He is?
Bobby, we have to have a
Mommy, can we have a horse now?
No, we're moving to Alaska. We are moving to Alaska next year.
Oh, it's gonna be cold there.
It's too cold.
It's too
Maybe
cold for a
Clydesdale
horse in
horses.
Alaska. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
They're really, really big
It's
horses.
moving to Alaska.
Yeah.
What fun.
I know, my husband got a job offer. He can't refuse.
What part of Alaska?
Anchorage.
Oh.
Yeah. So he
Hey, Daddy.
he starts working days.
Do it. Okay, we gotta turn around. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Go, Raven! Let's go.
He does zoomies, so that's called running. He goes so fast when he's excited, and he does this little hippity hoppity thing. It's hilarious.
Like when you hold an apple, you'll like run.
When he gets apple sugars, apples have sugar, natural fruit sugar, and he gets so excited after a whole apple. That's why we can't give him too many more. He's already got wiggles in him.
Let's go, let's go. Where are you going?
Don't run, don't run. You won't be able to keep up. You're going so fast, buddy. Zebby's all good. I get my wiggles out. These kids are wanting to go faster. Yay, look at him gallop. These little small things are so fun. That's what he's saying. Oh, this is great. I wanted to get my wiggles.
Is it your turn now, babe?
Good job, Zebby.
Okay.
Good job, Zebby. It's everybody's turn. We're gonna share him. Look at him run. Almost crashed into that little plant tree. Little Charlie Brown tree in the middle of the yard. Sorry. Turn around. Start the turn. There we go. I'm a one at a time. Nope, brother's gonna be right there with me.
If you're afraid of him and scream, he's not gonna like that.
No yelling. No yelling. Calm. Be calm.
I want to hug too. Can you let go? I don't have the big old lady. I want to do the kid.
Okay, but not running. We're gonna do it nice and calm.
All right, ready?
Oh. Me take kids.
Follow the leader.
Beep, beep, beep.
You gotta be calm.
I'll be calm. Okay?
Yes, calm.
I know. You love the last lap. Okay? Okay. I'm gonna do the last lap.
Okay, then turn
Okay,
it around.
Right here. Let's park him. Let's park him right here. There you go.
Good job.
Look at the barrier.
Oh, I need to open the doors.
She's gonna open those doors. Those two.
The back doors.
The
Open
two back
doors
doors.
for me. There we go. Open the door.
Adeline, why are you such a good holder?
Okay. No, I want you on the ramp. I want you running in. But we need to open.
I got this one.
Open the doors all the way. There we go.
Yeah, and you never know.
There's A stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, most of our neighbors are
baby.
wonderful.
Get the rope. Let's go on in, Boosh. Go,
Come
go,
on,
go,
Dad.
go, 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 go.
I've never been.
There you go.
Yahoo! Oh, yeah, it's so cool.
Was that so cool, buddy?
It is locked in here. And so this is Zebby's limo. Did you know that? Well, I call it his
Too bad the windows are dark. I'd love to drive down the street, turn around, and see a horse in the
Horse in a
van.
minivan.
Wait, babe, or you want to go out the way you came? Okay, I'm going to close this door, sweetheart. Okay.
Hey, brown sugar.
You've taken the first step to embracing life again. Let's continue to break barriers, find joy, and dream without limits. Join us next time and let's discover inspiration through every transition together.